Okay. Well, welcome everybody. I think we're started. This is a new we're using Zoom for the first time. We've been doing all of these Thursday morning sessions in GoToWebinar for almost 3 years now. So we've had, at least on my end for certain, a couple or two hiccups getting this one going today. So I thank my guests for being patient. As we always do, we're going to start in about 2 minutes because if I had trouble with this technology, I'm going to assume for a moment that some other people did as well, or they're finishing up a call. So we'll really kick off this thing at about 3:02 Eastern time. So those of you that are on in the room, just hang on tight. I will be kind of like taking a peek here uh, in the Q&A session or in the chat feature. If something pops up, if you're not able to hear us, if something weird happens, use the chat feature or the Q&A feature to raise your hand. Again, this is the first time we've done this, so I don't know, not exactly certain what you're seeing as attendees. Um, so hopefully this is, I see Greg is on there. Clarence, good that you could make it today. Bob, Costello. So yeah, again, if you could, if a couple of you just maybe give me a call after the end of this, or maybe tomorrow, or when you got some free time, I'd like to get some feedback as to how the experience was for an attendee. What was there an issue with the technology? Was there things you couldn't see, things you couldn't hear, or whatever? Because oftentimes we don't get that kind of feedback. So just everybody hang tight. Again, we'll be get started here in just a moment. Oh, Clarence has raised his hand, so looks like he's chatting. He's over here sending me a text too, which I've got that on the side but muted. Chat is disabled and volume is really low. Okay, that's good to know. What about could somebody just test the Q&A real quickly for somebody who's an attendee? Okay, excellent. Thank you, Greg. All right, so I stand corrected. If you have an issue or have a question to raise during this presentation, please use the Q&A button to answer questions because the chat feature must be disabled for webinars, or at least I did not enable it. Yes, I can see that, Bob. I'm seeing your question here as well. So that is enough of me, kind of doing the gobbledygook of new technology. So let's get in this thing because we only have 45 minutes. We want to keep this thing tight as we always do, and let's go ahead and get started. For those of you that have joined this session before, you kind of know what this is about. We're going to do 45 minutes. It's going to be a kind of a conversation between the panelists today and myself, talking about the topic of recycle faster, uh, profit bigger, the 60-minute ITAD revolution that's transforming e-waste collection. And, talking about time compression, we're going to be able to do that, a 60-minute revolution in 45 minutes. So hang on to your seats. Um, we just talked about this before we got started. I'm going to go ahead and mention it. I'll try to be pretty brief here, but just for historical archive purposes, this past weekend, a lot of interesting things happened in the world that we just want to maybe take some note of. For those of you like myself who are space geeks and space fanatics, saw Elon Musk and the SpaceX team land the Super Heavy booster back at its landing site in Texas. Even if you're not, a bit of a space nerd like myself, I think you might be able to appreciate what that potentially means for us as a civilization going forward. The access to space that's going to create for, information and people eventually is going to be transformative in our world and in our lives. And I think that was fantastic. And that was just one of a couple of things that he had that the Elon's team did this weekend. You may have seen this incredible robot now that they're building that is going to be potentially available to us in the next couple of years at a price point of, somewhere between 25 and $50,000. Who knows? But, an incredible piece of technology that's definitely going to fundamentally change the way we live. And then also a third announcement of robo taxis and robo buses that, at least, not only impacting the way we travel, but also impacting logistics and potentially our business going forward in an incredible way. So just wanted to mention those kind of technological things that happened over the weekend, for the historical record. And if you haven't had a chance to hear about it, maybe you go take a peek at it. But before I turn it back over, get focused on this session and turn it over to our host today, I just wanted to thank our returning and new members. So, renewing and starting a new year of membership on our certified front this October, we have Omega Recycling, which is our oldest member. So, welcome back again. Colt Recycling, ERS, which is our partner in our Devices for Autism program. URT, which has a huge footprint from Wisconsin down to Texas. Shupan and WT World Trading, which is one of the broker certified folks that has the R2B3 for brokerage. And then we just also want to announce a new member, my friend Joe and his team over at the Arcoa Group in the Chicagoland area are now part of our Terra membership. So real quickly here, I'm going to let these guys kind of talk about who they are and introduce themselves and their own companies. But today we have Sam Barilli, the owner of Marketing for Waste, who is now doing his second Terra Third Thursday webinar for us. And we also have Kevin Burns with Recycly, who will be joining him. So guys, I turn it over to you. And again, if you've got questions, please use the Q&A feature at the bottom. Thank you.
Thanks, Steven. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the introduction, and welcome everybody. It's amazing to be part of this webinar today with this new platform, and and obviously being partner of Terra also is one of the greatest things. And well, probably you know me because probably some of you know me because I did a webinar last year, if I remember well, and talking about the importance of marketing in the space. But for the others that don't know me, I'm first of all, I'm Italian and I run a marketing agency, and not only I run a company that is called Marketing for Waste, and we do marketing for waste management companies all around the world. And I'm also one of the writers of some blog articles that even Steven is sharing nowadays on the Terra blog about.
Yes, you can find those on our website. We got actually another one that we're going to post tomorrow. You'll find it under jointerra.org under Insights. You'll see the musings of our friend Sam here.
Yeah, and I'm more than happy to share my knowledge and expertise as an international waste management consultant for governments, companies, and others, obviously. And also, I'm more than happy to share my expertise as a solution provider. For that, my nickname is the Waste Management Alchemist, because I work transforming waste into gold, or better, trash in cash, because that's the goal. And
that's the business.
That's the business. And your problems are my problems, and for that I want to give you the solutions and put some money in your pockets, because that's the best thing. And I invited today to join this webinar with me Kevin Burns of Recycly, because we work together in the development of the solutions for the ITAD disposal, and we know very well that the world is going in the direction where the artificial intelligence will be part of our lives. And as Steven shared, Elon in the previous week shared something incredible that we can see it in two ways. Is for sure is innovation, is super innovative, and very good things. We were talking about that a few minutes before the webinar, because the robots will be our support in many occasions and in many things. But one of the most interesting aspect, and it touches directly our market and our business, is that all these things will be part of our market of waste. But we have also to see them in the right way. But with with Kevin, we worked in the creation of a webinar that gives a good solution for the ITA disposal. That we know is something that is in some cases painful, but not only we considered the growth of this market that you know better than us, because the every single day, or better, every single, no, we can say that every single week there are new innovations, but it's not only that. There are many things that are happening, and the the lifespan of the devices is shortened than years before. For that, we need something that helps us in the management that accelerate our capability to collect and manage these things. And working with Kevin, we created something that is a real game-changing solution, because it's something amazing. And we want to share that with you, because we did some consideration. For that reason, Steven, I start now to share my screen. In this way, I give the guest the opportunity to see what we are talking about. I don't know if you can see it, but I think
Yes,
yes.
it has popped up, Sam.
It popped up. Okay, but I don't know in which sets you
It's
can
not in
see it.
full screen.
Yeah,
It's your
now
note
let me.
it's your notes version.
Okay,
There we
this
go.
is
It's
now you
full
should
screen.
see it in full screen. Perfect. And well, we call it the webinar the 60-minute ITAD revolution, because with a focus on how to recycle faster and profit bigger, because we know very well the amount of time that you need to manage all the things to to make profit first of all, and also we know very well how impactful it is to increase the profits of your company, because most of the job needs people, and most of the job that you do, and the other point is that to increase, it seems that to increase the profits, you need to increase people. But with this webinar, we want to demonstrate to you that that's not true, because maybe was true, but nowadays it's not, because we created a solution that is able to change that. For that, the one of the um, first aspect is that I want to share with you is the numbers that are behind the market of the waste. And after we go ahead talking about the ITAD, indeed, in, a, in this chart that is shared, and you can find it in the website of the roundup, the roundup.org, you can find the quantity of e-waste produced on our planet, and is divided for in the different years, and you can see that is growing very, very fast. And if you check that amount, obviously we are talking about e-waste that includes everything, but we can say that approximately we are talking about 800 laptops every single second of e-waste produced. Is a lot. Talking about the numbers of 2022, it means that every single day we are throwing away thousands of raw materials that are sellable. But the most difficult aspect is that only 17.4% of that waste was properly recycled in 2022.
And that's
It means
really
that,
kind of an estimate. I've been through that e-waste monitor backwards and forwards, and they're trying to do their best on figuring out, where we are and what's being lost. I think
Mhm.
they're only. I don't necessarily think they're accurate as they might be, and then also their future projections don't necessarily take into account the new devices that we don't even know
Yeah,
categories of devices that haven't even been invented yet that are on the way, like these robots we were
yeah,
talking about. I
yeah,
mean,
exactly.
you talk about potentially millions of those devices, tens of millions of those
Yeah,
devices. So it's
yeah,
this is doing nothing but going up, and the way we're doing business today is going to fundamentally change in the next 5 years.
absolutely, absolutely, yes. As you mentioned, there are devices that we don't know how they will be, first of all, and also we don't know what they will be and how we will be able to manage them. Because if you think about all the about the robots, and I think that the robots that Elon shared us, they are like the first Tesla. I don't know if you remember, Stephen, the Roadster car. It was
Hmm.
the first one that he produced. It was, for my personal opinion, was the best one. But uh, these robots are the beginning. If we think that, and we have to also consider how to manage them. And at the moment, even if in some states we have the extended producer responsibility uh, as a rule, as a regulation. In, we don't know how this regulation will be applied for the new devices because uh, you know, if you think about the problems with the batteries, it's something that is happening in our planet, and that for that reason probably will continue to maintain that trend. Probably we will not be able to save more of the amount that we are saving, but probably yes. For that, we started from it, and we we analyzed that there are companies that, thanks to the strategy that they implemented, thanks to the service that they implemented nowadays, they are saving more because not not because they hired more people, but because they changed their process and they adapted their processes to the new type of e-waste and to the new type of waste that are appearing on the market. And I showed here one of the articles of Harrow Recovery Group that probably you know that the article goes
Remembers.
in yeah, I know. The article goes in another direction, but the important thing is that they they their capability changed, not hiring people, but changing the approach. And what we want to suggest here today in this webinar is a change in the approach. But in the next 30 minutes, we'll share this new approach on the ITAD and how, thanks to a solution that Kevin and his team created, we are able nowadays to accelerate the process, avoiding the avoiding the need to have more people, even if probably in a very near future, these people will be robots.
Yeah.
And but I want to I want to share with you all this this slide. This is something that I created. Super simple, and after Stephen, these slides will be available if you want
Hmm.
to share them. But there are no problems for us to share them. Consider that this is the we con I condensed here the current state of the ITAD management. And knowing the different challenges, we focus the attention on 3 points: time constraints, high cost, and inefficiencies. Indeed, one of the aspect that one of the assets I can say that is more precious nowadays, and that we know is becoming precious and precious and precious, is the
Hmm.
time. We don't have time because time flies, and it seems that also the artificial intelligence is accelerating the process
Right.
because
Well, you've
we
also
are
got you got training and got people turnover. So,
absolutely yes,
that just adds more pressure to all of these,
uh,
these three factors.
absolutely. Absolutely, yes, and it impacts on time constraints because if you think about the the process nowadays, you need at least 2 hours to process one desktop computer, and you need to invest the money in the data destruction. And the other point is that if you have a high turnover of people, you need time to train the people on the process, and is one of the points. It is also the data whipping. It is a slow and manual process, and obviously, it costs in terms of space that you need to do it. For that, it increases the rental costs. And the other problem, talking about the inefficiencies, is that you need multiple non-integrated tools. Is something that is super impactful because in a facility you have many tools that in the largest part of cases, even with the Internet of Things, that until a few years ago was something in, in the mouth of the entire population, and nowadays is something that disappeared because even artificial intelligence is not able to put in connection many of the devices that are used in the facility. And after there is the inventory management. It is something that in many cases is managed by hands. You have to
Right.
walk and to scan the things, and it depends on the size of the facility. It depends on the equipment that you are using. It depends on all the things that you have inside. But it costs, and you have to have people trained for that, and it exposes the company to a lot of inefficiencies because if the operator made a mistake or if it makes a mistake, is something that impacts all the company. And going ahead is also the aspect connected with the components because every single time that a device enter inside the facility, you have to test it, and obviously, even in that case, it requires time and people, and you need to train the people on how to test it. Even if you have the equipment, you cannot test it before the entrance inside the facility. And in the meantime, you need people that are super experienced, that are high skilled, and it's something that something that opens to several inefficiencies, like the maintenance of um, the GDPR, CCPA, all the regulation, the aspect connected
Hmm.
with the regulations, and if you have someone that is not able uh, to to do the job because there can be a lack of training, time and training, and all these things, you are exposing your company to a potential problem. And after, there is the market research because when you have to sell the ITAD, you need someone able to offer this ITAD in the market. And sometimes you involve one of your assistants to do it. And the assistant does the research, and she gives the research to the sales manager, if there is a sales manager, or to one external company that manages the sales. And you you lose money even in that case because you spend hours and you have one person that usually manages so many things inside a company that should spend a bit of time doing that. And due to the fact that it's not her main activity or his main activity, you are losing and leaving a lot of money on the table. That
Yeah.
we analyzed also
Even
that.
one bottleneck in the system is going to,
Yeah.
potentially kill profit margins.
Oh, absolutely, yes. Totally agree. Totally agree. It's something that impacts negatively many things. For that, we we checked all these things, and yeah, there are some the details that I already shared on during the conversation on the previous table. But the problem is that at the end you are losing a lot of money and you are risking a lot for it. Considering considering that, mm, we found that the aspects, the most important aspects, are connected with the race against time because the coastal climbing, and you see that every single day because not only fuel, we are not all talking about only fuels and cost for rent, cost for equipment, cost for people. We are talking about everything, and even the competition. Competition is growing very fast because there are new companies that are arriving on the market, and some of them they use an approach that is completely different or totally technological, right? Some of them are using the solution that we are going to present to you.
There's
Means
definitely
that
a lot of new capital, new monies entering
yeah,
this marketplace.
yeah, absolutely yes, because one of the things is that there is the money in that market. And for that, a lot of companies are going in this direction. I can say that because I saw that even in other parts of the world, Chinese companies are arriving very fast on it because it's something super impactful, and all these things is just to demonstrate that you are navigating in a not but in a market that is not in a quiet mode. And for that, you need something that helps you that accelerate the process. And for that, I think we arrived to one solution that is able to give you the possibility to reclaim your time, to slash your costs, and increase your efficiency. And for that, we are going to show you that. I wrote you wrote here in the slide. Yeah, otherwise you are trying to bail out a sinking ship without a spoon, and that's something that is that is common. It's normal because it already happened in other markets, and especially in the waste management market. It's something that we can see. But in this in this slide, the next one, show you that the picture that I just painted, is about the challenge of the waste management companies is a green picture, but there is a good news, because I don't want to to scare you with bad things. The
Hmm.
fact is that when there are problems, that, as I said initially, I'm the alchemist. I love problems because I can find solution, and problems keep the mind working. That's something amazing. And for that reason, I can say that there is also a very good news. In fact, the industry is is in the cusp of the revolution, and we mentioned that even talking about Elon and about the things, and it means also that we can innovate in our market, transforming the way on the way we use to handle the ITAD, and for that reason, we we know very well that there are, and probably you are using different softwares because there are a lot of softwares that are helpful and that manage different small parts of your process. But imagine a system that can automatically inventory the incoming e-waste using barcode or RFID or doing integrating a scan. And imagine a software that track each item's journey through your facility in real time. Imagine a software that generates detailed reports for compliance and auditing at the click of one button. Imagine a software that integrates your existing system for seamless operation. And I want to be clear, these are not futuristic concepts. These softwares are available, and they are helping e-waste collectors like you process items up to 5 times faster than the traditional method. But I want to tell you that nowadays, every one of us, I'm sure, we have at least one smartphone, and
Yeah.
these devices are able to do so many things. For that reason, we can integrate these devices that can quickly and securely wipe data from our drives. We can verify, thanks to these devices, that all data has been completely erased. We can generate certificates directly with our smartphones. And these portable devices are 10 times faster than the traditional method. We are talking about something that is not future, it's something that already exists. And for that, I know that probably in your mind there is, because we are talking about softwares, there is the question of, we are talking about another software. Maybe we already have 5, 10, 20 in our facility, and we are using all of them. We are trying to coordinate every one of them with our solutions and with our things, and we need time to train the people on how to use them and all these things. Well, I want to stop you because I'm here with Kevin for that reason, because we create a solution that is not only a software. Because if we talk about software, as you know better than me, you have probably 10 different softwares inside your company. But we're talking about a solution that accelerate the acquisition process of the ITAD from your potential customers without wasting time in preparing offers. And we are talking about a solution that take care of these offers that in 90% of cases will finish in the garbage bin, because you need someone that follows up the offers. And sometimes we know sometimes, as I said before, the same employee that was managing the offers is busy in other tasks and things, and he or she has no time to manage it, and you lose the offer. Well, the goal that we have is to help you to make money faster, and we want to give you a solution that helps you, like having another employee, like the robot that we mentioned, the robot of Elon, that helps you in managing all these activities, even when you are sleeping. Because I shared this phrase before, also with a talk with Stephen and Kevin. There is an interesting quote of Warren Buffett that say, if you're not able to make money when you are sleeping, you have uh, to die working, and that's something that we want to avoid. For that, we work at creating this solution. And I know that probably in your mind is the question, oh yeah, but at what price? Because when Stephen mentioned before, the possible prices of the robots between 25,000 and 50,000, probably something like that. Well, we are talking here about the price of a Starbucks cappuccino
Yep.
every single
Even
day.
better.
Something, yeah, yeah, something, something easy to have. For that, in that moment, I know that what I just told you seems interesting, and in some cases also mm, too good to be true. But um, I'm sure, and I assure you that we are here for it. In fact, we we worked in putting all these solutions and create a different way than the way that are available nowadays in the market. But our different way is a single solution able to bring together all the technologies that I mentioned, all the all the things, and is a solution crafted exclusively for ITAD collectors, and is crafted by people that do the same job that you're doing, and that know very well what are your problems. For that, this solution is a solution that doesn't require you to replace something, and it doesn't require to retrain your staff, because we mentioned that it should solve the problems of time, and that's the solution that accelerate the process. In fact, if you think that tomorrow you can enter in your facility and you'll find a system able to process automatically the items that you're collecting, a system that automatically determine the most profitable way to determine the most profitable way to handle this ITAD, and that ensure this the complete compliance with the data protection rules, and imagine a system that will be super intuitive, super user friendly. Well, that's what we are talking about. But I want to show you now immediately a video about Recycly. Recycly is the solution that we are talking about.
Oh, it's not sharing the audio.
Are you able to hear?
No, no
No,
audio.
Are you able to hear the audio?
the audio is
No.
not coming through. Could you put?
Oh,
Could
let
you quickly put the
the link.
link in the?
Yes. Let me take it here.
Sorry about that.
I'm very conscious of time,
Yeah.
Sam and Stephen. Do you want me to show very quickly the two screens just to give an overview of the
Yeah, let's
Recycly
let's
platform?
let's do that, Kevin and Sam. If you could just send me that link in the chat, and I'll make sure it's in the and I'll put it in
Yeah,
the Q&A so everybody can see it.
yeah, I'm coming here. There's a chat.
Okay,
Here.
I'm going to talk over you, Sam, if everyone can hear me. My screen should pop up. Meanwhile, you can do your information sharing with Stephen.
I don't know, Stephen. I'm not able to share the link here.
Okay, we'll make sure it gets input into the follow-up email where everybody will have an opportunity. Yeah, there it goes.
Is here in the chat? I don't know
Yeah.
if you're able to see it.
Yeah, go, yeah, I
Can
got
you
it.
see my screen, Stephen?
Yes, we can.
Excellent. Okay,
Okay.
I can't see that on mine, but I'll go through this for everybody in the audience just so that there's a very, very quick snapshot. Because as I say, I'm very conscious of time. Basically, what Sam's been talking about is Recycly. Recycly is a software that's been developed as an ERP for your entire ITAD business. I normally take 45 minutes to an hour just to show the next few screens. So obviously, I'm not doing that because we're running out of time. Effectively, this is the front end web page that would be public facing, and it allows people to book a collection by simply requesting a form to fill. All that is tailor made to your own requirements, how you want it to look, what products you want to appear on there, etc. And you decide how that then looks. This whole front end in the website also would have access to your e-commerce element. So if you've taken product and demanufactured, remanufactured, and now you want to sell on, you can have your own shop. And all these pages on the website are all available to be edited by you because you own that product. Now I'm going to give a snapshot very quickly of this is the back end. Once they've actually said overnight, someone said, I want 30 desktops being picked up from this location, they will come into your inbound area. Then whoever's within your shop floor that's got responsibility to look at the inbound, they will look at the leads that are coming in the business. They will accept them because you want to do stuff while you're having a sleep and wake up and see the order's been processed. If they've worked with you before, you've realigned the contracts associated with your customers because you've got a customer base. It'll automatically give pricing if that's what you decide you want to do. All these silos are tailor-made to fit your requirements. I'll come back to the main page. Very difficult to try and give a snapshot on this in 5 minutes, so I apologize. But all these applications are part of the solution. You don't pay extra for any of those, they go with it. And it's even got an onboarding solution that allows you to create the methodology, your company, your profile, your documentation, etc. So as I say, I'm conscious of time. I'm going to stop sharing at this page and let Sam continue with the final parts of an offer to talk to us about it further.
Thanks, Kev. And sorry, guys, was not seeing the clock on my screen. Right.
When you talk about something you're passionate about, that happens.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
super sorry because I was going ahead, and now I'm seeing that the time is flying. But well, the point is that as Kev said, everything is a is a completely manageable on your side, and you can create everything since the starting point of your process, that is the acquisition of the ITAD, that the software works for you since the first step that the customer want to do. And obviously, there is one interesting aspect that's on the marketing side, because you can promote your page in this way. People can find you and request the offer and obtain the offer in the fastest way than your competitors, and that's something amazing. But the next step that we want to offer here is we want to offer you a one-on-one meeting. For that, Stephen, I'll share in the chat the link for the meeting. I don't know, because
Yeah, I'll
probably it's
share
not
that,
possible
and
to
then
see it.
I will then post it to the Q&A section. Yeah, so put it in the chat, and I'll grab
Okay,
it.
okay. Because let me let me put it here. Because you can book a call, a meeting with us, with me and Kevin. And let me put the link here in the chat. In this way, you can add it. And but that's not all, because indeed, during the meeting, Kevin will show you directly how Recycly can work for you, with all the elements, with all the complete elements, and how easy it is to integrate Recycly as your main platform for the ITAD acquisition and management, and also sales. It's something that is super complete. And as I said before, it saves a lot of time, because we calculated it reduces the management of the ITAD in about 5 times. It means it's a lot. It's a lot. But the other point is that for the first 5 that will book the meeting, we decide to offer you a 14 days trial without enter any credit card and without any contractual obligation. And the other point is that we offer an extra training session that is valued at approximately $600. Sorry, not 600,000. That's too much. Oh my gosh, it's a good training session, but not so expensive. Maybe Tony Robbins, and it's a 600. The value is $600, and is a completely free training session to set up Recycly in the perfect way for your company, even if you are testing it. And I want to offer personally even 1 hour of a free business strategy session with me directly.
Very nice.
That is
Sign me up
priced,
for that.
Yeah. That is priced. It's priced at $497, and I mean that we are offering you the opportunity to test Recycly 14 days without entering any credit card. We are offering you $600 consultation on how to implement it and how to manage it, and how it will save 5 times the time that you are using to manage the ITA dispositive your company and a business strategy for your waste management company directly with me. That is what we are offering you.
That is awesome. I have put for those that are on the candle. I can never say that properly. Candly link in the chat, which hopefully everybody can see. I will definitely be in the follow-up email that alerts everybody where they can rewatch this online at our website, jointerra.org. That should be up probably by the end of the day. So we'll take a look at that again
Perfect.
tomorrow. And we'll send this link out, of course, to all of our members and all those that didn't have an opportunity to come see this live today. So they get a chance to watch it and get this information and this offer in their hands as soon as possible. But Kevin,
Perfect.
Sam, thank you. 45 minutes is
Thank
tough to
you.
do. It's quick when you're trying to get a lot
Yeah,
of information out, but we appreciate you being part of our session this
thanks.
month. We will
Really
be
enjoyed
back.
it.
Thank you. We will be back again
Thanks.
in October with not a continuation of our conversation last month of AI, but a product that's using AI to find batteries, which is very
Wow.
interesting. Now as with wearables and other devices, batteries are getting smaller, and you guys know what kind of problems they cause in your facilities. So this is something I think you all will be interested to talk about next month. If you are going to the Electronics Sustainability Summit next week in Texas, I will be there. Find me, and because I'd love to do selfies with our members and hopefully find a couple of new ones. But until next month, Kevin, Sam, thank you. We will see you all again
Thank you.
third
Thank you.
Thursday, November.
Yeah. Bye.
Excellent.
Bye-bye.
Take,
Bye-bye.
take care,
Thank
everybody.
you. Bye
Bye.
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 Bye.